Hi everyone, Coach Rye here. In this video I'm going to be showing you how to swim front crawl, but always start with your face in the water. It makes it a lot easier to swim the stroke and makes it easier for your arms and legs. I would say to blow bubbles out your nose or mouth, but not both, it's just too much. Stick to something that's a bit easier for you and just practice just doing one or the other and makes it a bit better for you. As you're looking down at the floor blowing bubbles, your next step will be start kicking your legs. Kicking the legs at the beginning, we'll be doing it nice and fast. It will make it a lot easier for you just to get yourself into it, and as you go into it a little bit more, you can start to slow it down and improve on your stroke that way. After a nice strong kick and you're looking down on the floor, your body should be nice and flat across the water. If it's not, kick faster, and if not, you can always start blowing your bubbles slower. Once you're in a nice flat position and you're kicking nice and fast, you then start moving one arm at a time, just to get the practice into it. I always say to a lot of my lessons is to keep one arm still and slowly move one arm all the way down to your hip, and then before coming over the top. And just have a good practice doing the arm that you'll feel more comfortable with. If you're right-handed like me, I always just practice my right arm first. It's the arm I use the most. Once you've got a good practice, you can then start doing it on the left arm and doing the same thing. Always trying to keep a good height and keep a good speed as well. That's really important. You don't want to go too wide and you definitely don't want to go too low. Once you've had a good practice between one arm and then the other one, just start doing both. What I say to a lot of people is not to do windmill arms, which is basically this kind of motion which doesn't really work and it's a lot of effort to put into it. Just do one arm and then follow it by the other one. Just kind of a nice steady pace and keeping a consistent kick the whole time. From that position there, you're now swimming front crawl. That's just the basics and the starting position of front crawl. No breathing involved, and it's just getting comfortable, getting that stroke nice and comfortable with your arms and your legs going at the same time. Now when it comes to breathing, it's where it gets a little bit difficult, and a lot of people do struggle doing this as well. To start off with breathing, we are breathing sideways. We're not breathing forward because it's just too difficult and you're too low to the water. To get you moving smoother and breathing better, this will be the correct way for you. To breathe to the side, you're going to choose a side that you prefer. I've taught a lot of people, and a lot of people also say try breathing both ways. Unfortunately, it doesn't really work that way. It's not that simple. We best need to practice one way, and as you get stronger, we can then start breathing the other way. So just to get you started, you're going to put one arm in front and then you're going to use the other arm for your front crawl to give you that momentum. From there, when you feel like you need to breathe, you're going to turn not just your face, but you're going to turn your body at the same time. When you turn your face and body, you will be completely sideways and you'll be looking in that direction as well. Ideally, we want our nose and our mouth to be fairly high out the water so we can breathe. Roughly, you're going to have about 3 seconds to take that breath. Once you take that breath, you're then going to use that arm to pull you back under the water so you can go back into the stroke. I know that sounds very complicated and very easy to saying it here, but when it comes to doing it, it's a lot less time to do it in, unfortunately. But there's multiple ways we can work around this. Just by practicing one arm and turning to the side, it will be a good way to get started before you go into the full stroke. Doing it all at once is a lot to take in, especially if you're a new swimmer or even an advanced swimmer. Getting that breath is the important bit, and it gets a bit frustrating when you can't get that. Now with that in mind, you're going to take about 3 seconds, and that 3 seconds may be quick, but that's all you need to breathe. When it comes to breathing to the side, you're only going to breathe in, so you're going to inhale. Once you inhale, your arm will come over and it will push your face back under the water so you're back into your normal stroke. Now you've got that breath, you're now ready to go back into your front crawl and carry on the rest of your length. Now, it's not that easy, unfortunately. I wish it was, because if it was, I wouldn't be here as a swim teacher. But there's multiple ways to go and practice. Practice next to a wall, or you practice using a float. I do a lot of teaching and I don't really use many floats. It's best to use the wall, or even just keep practicing and keep failing on what you're doing. And it sounds bad for saying failing, but it's the best way to experience what you've just done as well. Now, there's multiple ways to also take that breath a bit more consistently so you can get regular breaths. I say to a lot of people, make sure you get one breath, and just one breath only, just so you can get better at doing it all the time. Once you've got that breath multiple times, then you can try and get in 2 breaths, then 3, and then so on. But the best thing is to do short distance and keep it that way so you feel a lot smoother getting that breath in and then slowly going back underwater. So always making sure you also stay in control of what you do. If you start to rush the breathing, especially when you start to get a lot stronger with your front crawl, the breathing will never happen. It needs a bit more control and patience to turn to the side and definitely going back under the water. There's also multiple things you can try, and that is taking 2 arms and then breathing. So you can do 1, 2, breathe to the side, 1, 2, breathe to the side, and then so on. There's that way. You can also do it in 4 arms. So you go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then breathe to the side, and then repeat. I wouldn't do any more than 4 because I think personally you're probably a bit too long under the water and you end up gasping for the air, which makes it a lot harder to carry on. Stick to a shorter amount in arms and then get a regular breath that way. Once you've done that breath multiple times and you're starting to get a regular consistency of breathing, you can also try the other way, so you stick to an odd number of arms. So you can go 1, 2, 3, breathe to the side, and then 1, 2, 3, breathe the other way. That way then you get a better breathing pattern and you actually get more smoother swimming as well. In terms of front crawl / freestyle, there's no right or wrong how to swim it. I teach a lot of people to swim with their arms a lot higher. It makes it easier, gives you more control, and what you see here, for example, and of course what you see in this video as well, there's no right or wrong, and it's whatever your personal preference is. And personally, I swim with my arms nice and high, as you can see here, and it makes it a lot easier to get back into the water with a smoother approach. But like I said, there's no right or wrong. You just swim how you want to feel like, and that's all it's based on. It's based on the feeling and how it feels for you. In terms of front crawl, that is pretty much it. Always start with your face in the water, followed by the kick, then the arms, then the breathing. Your last step will be to time it all together. Once you time it all together, then you're swimming the full length and the full stroke of front crawl. It will take a bit of time to get used to the timing of everything, and the biggest problem will be the breathing. Everything else is pretty straightforward. It's just the breathing that gets a bit complicated. But like I said in this video, just have a little practice either next to a wall, with a float, or even on your own, and just keep resetting. Don't worry, you will get it, I promise. I've taught a lot of people and it does take time. I don't expect anyone to get it straight away, and if you do, that's very lucky, because it's quite good that you can do that. But don't worry, you'll always get a breath. Once you breathe in, always make sure you blow it out back under the water. That makes it more smoother for you, and don't hold your breath at any point. Holding your breath just makes your body quite tense. Makes it a bit easier for you as well. With that being said, thank you very much for watching this video of how to swim front crawl. I'll be doing other videos like this for breaststroke, backstroke, and also butterfly. These videos are a bit more intense, so you can understand how I teach and also understand how the stroke actually works. Not just by me explaining it, but also seeing it on a video as well. Thank you very much for watching. Please feel free to give me a subscribe and a comment and a like. I always like to read the comments. I know I don't post much on this channel, but I'm trying to get onto it a bit more and definitely do more videos like this. It makes it a bit easier for I think you guys to understand it, and also my lessons watch this as well. And if you are one of my lessons, hello. Of course, yeah, feel free to drop a comment. I like to see your thoughts, what you think to these videos, and also if it helped you out, and if it did, great. And I'll continue to do that as well. Like I said, I'm going to try and get on it a bit more for you. But with that being said, thank you very much for watching. I'm Coach Rye, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.